Hello. So last week I wasn't on the podcast and everybody cheered and clapped their hands and said, "Yay, no more coach." But this
Oh,
time,
joyous day.
but wait, I have not one guess that isn't Squid, not two, but three. We're having a little boys round table this week on bad boy crimes.
You know what they
Because
say.
a lot-
Saturdays are for the boys.
It's
That's right.
for the boys.
Like I said, Squid wasn't able to come in, so Coach reached out to the only other trans woman he knows, me.
Yeah. And contrapoints. Got to get that aloe vera. You know?
Ugh.
I would love to meet her.
I would love to.
I would love to have some words with ContraPoints.
Wait. Which one's ContraPoints? That's the hot philosopher?
Yeah, she's the hot one.
Okay.
As opposed to. All right, as opposed to who else? Who's the not hot
voice
philosopher?
chat really
The
going
rest of
well,
them.
right? It took us
Yeah.
less than a minute to just objectify women immediately. Like, oh yeah, she's the hot one.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think
because
ContraPoints is hot, so I mean that's
get
why I have to
confused.
ask.
Well, you're wrong, Coach.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
you're wrong.
I
Wait,
think
let
the
me
most
look
attractive part of a woman is her brain. So
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And
Well,
she's
in
Then
that
why are
case-
you into ContraPoints?
Yes.
Got him.
Is what do they call it? Sapiosexual? When
Yeah.
look
I
smart?
think that's what they call it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like my
because the only
one-
people who are sapiosexuals are they thems.
one of the
All right,
one of the
all right,
only
all
alt
right.
tweets
okay,
I was
coach, you're
ever
getting a
proud
bit too
of.
out of hand already.
Yeah.
One of the only alt tweets I was ever proud of was a group of sapiosexuals getting together and running a train of thought.
That's good.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh,
It's almost like a Rodney Dangerfield bit.
Yeah.
Gen Z Rodney Dangerfield. I
Yeah,
would
Gen-
hate that.
Oh,
I'd love
dude,
that.
I'd love to be the Gen Z Rodney Dangerfield.
I think he might be the Gen Z Rodney Dangerfield.
I think you are, yeah.
Yeah, I just need to get my eyes a little weirder.
Walking
I really,
around-
I mean, I do get no respect. So in that way, Rodney Dangerfield. and I are
Does
exactly-
anybody here? Well, Marty, I think you probably get respect.
Marty gets
but I think the
respect.
rest of us
You command
I-
respect.
are
I
iffy on the respect charts.
I'm absolutely getting no
I have no tips. I have no pointers. Just be better. I don't know.
Thanks, Marty.
Improve yourself with Marty. It's just like an hour of you sitting there and just going like, "You're bad. You should try to not be bad." I'm sorry.
Have you thought about like not being a loser? I don't know.
Oh, I've thought about it, and there's
Yeah.
not much I can do.
Have I followed through? Not yet. But
I don't have thoughts. Although right now I am thinking that like because Ethan, your video quality is a little not as crisp as everyone else, and so your mic, I know it's a mic, but it looks like a burrito or something that's been eaten out of the top a little bit.
Yeah, it almost looks like you green screened your microphone to put a half-eaten burrito on it instead.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. And it's just really
What a lot
drawing
of
my
work
focus.
for a not very good visual bit that no one can see but you guys.
Hey, no, I'm agreeing.
That's
with
what Bad
you, though.
Boy
It
Crimes
does look
is all
like a
about.
burrito.
Doing these visual bits. I could go back and get one of those ice cream. Oh no, I think I ate the last unicorn one for those who were with me the last episode I was on. I didn't even listen to the one with Skillshine Arthur. Like I listened to 10 minutes. They're doing the quiz.
Yeah, the quiz.
Who
I loved.
said it?
The quiz content was very good, just because of Arthur's sheer dismay at how bad he was doing on the quiz.
I need to listen to that.
It's
I have-
well, honestly, I think my quotes that were on there could have been better ones.
When I took the quiz, I missed all three of my quotes. I have. If I
That's
ever
how
record
podcasting
something-
goes, man.
Yeah,
you don't remember what you say, and they're like anyone who's been on this podcast ever could have said
Yeah.
any of these things.
Yeah, we are all very similar.
It's true.
But you know,
Except some of us are women,
some of us are women, like me, for instance.
Yeah.
according to
Famously.
everyone else but you.
According
and
to everyone
me.
but me.
Oh, Matt, you'll find this funny. I was at a party yesterday, and I was like scrolling through my photo galleries to try and show someone a picture of my cat.
Yeah.
And
Was
I
someone
just,
a girl
Uh-oh.
or was someone a?
it was a girl, yeah. Okay.
How'd
Have
that
that
go?
coy smile before the answer. Like, oh, yeah.
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about me.
I mean, I just want to know how the party went. You know, I want
It was
some
nice.
deets. I
I
want some
did-
hot goss.
I did shots for the first time, and boy, oh boy, those I hate those.
Ooh,
Ethan,
What
for
what
the
kind of
first
shots were you
time.
doing?
For first time ever, yeah. They were called green tea shots. They had like Sprite, and then some mix of alcohol, which I've already forgotten because I don't drink alcohol that often. So, but
Yeah.
they were like they didn't taste anything like green tea, so I don't know why they were called green tea shots. But they looked like green tea, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I took 2 of those, and gross. Not a
See,
big fan.
that's the problem. You didn't reach the power threshold of shots.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
There's
need to be a little drunk before you're taking shots.
Oh,
yeah,
if want
you need to
enjoy the
hit at least like
experience.
5 to 9 shots before you really start understanding them.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, in college, I would get bored for my 8 a.m. and like before I'd walk out of my dorm room, we'd had like this huge thing of vodka, and I'd just pour myself a couple and be like, "All right, couple shots of vodka, time to go."
That's
Coach,
pretty sick.
you and I might be the same person because I, in college, that last semester where I was really just like breaking down and failing all my classes.
I wasn't even having a breakdown. I was just doing it.
I was
'cause
just
I'm
like
stupid.
aggressively day drinking. Like I discovered the pink lemonade, like the Minute Maid.
Yeah.
They sold that for like $1 at my food court, and I would just like drink half of it, fill it back up with vodka, and then go about my day.
Oh yeah,
Um,
classic
and
move.
Insane.
I distinctly remember staggering into choir once, like a little more drunk than I should have been. But I was like, "What? We're halfway through the semester. There's
I'm
no
sorry,
way that we'll
you
have."
took choir in college.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
dude. I got a
rough.
music scholarship, man. So
Lord.
you know,
Voice of an angel.
This is lore.
We
Yeah,
gotta
this is
start
lore.
a band.
I do genuinely really like singing. It's something I'm a big fan of. But that day I was not feeling it, so I got little loose before class. And I distinctly remember just sitting down and going like, "Okay, we're halfway through the semester. I'll be fine." And my director goes like, "Stand up, everybody. We're gonna be sight reading in Lithuanian today." And I was like, "Oh no." But yeah, I also remember staggering out of the classroom, like nailed it. No one said anything, and I looked down at my phone, and I had 7 texts from different people asking if I was okay, just because of how I had looked throughout the class.
They thought you were having a stroke.
Yeah, I was apparently not doing as well as I thought I was.
I love getting concerningly drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
It was my favorite thing to do for like years. To this day, I see people from back then when I was like drinking all the time. They're like, "Yeah, I was really worried about you for a while there. I thought you were gonna like kill yourself or something." I was like, maybe.
I was just,
I don't know.
just
Who's to
sharpening
say?
myself, you
Just
know.
partying down, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I miss my winter term calculus class in college, where because like I'd already taken calculus in high school, and I'm like, not believe it or not, I'm not an idiot, and so I didn't really have to pay that close attention, and I was like really into Benadryl at the time. So I was just like, I would
Yeah,
like
Matt
more
are the
evidence
same
to
take a
my
person.
handful.
case.
No, Matt, I hear you,
This is
in a
my
lot of
point.
ways.
It's not
There was a
helping me.
diverging path somewhere that like maybe like you could either go down the coach path or you could go down the Nick Aldershaw path, and you're like
Yeah.
approaching that fork in
Yeah,
the road.
it's 2
You
paths
can either
diverged
respect
in a
women or
crowded
not
wood.
respect women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is which path in that case?
well,
Marty?
I let the record show I love women. I think what's happening right now in this country is very rough.
Thanks for your
Yeah,
take there.
thank you for bringing the
buddy.
energy down. Can
Thank
I
you for
finish my
speaking out,
story
Coach.
for Matt now, though?
Oh, shit,
Oh my
I forgot you
god!
should tell your
God.
story.
Yes.
It's not after the wait. It's not going to be that great. But anyway, I was flipping through my phone, Matt, and I don't know
Talking
if you
to a girl,
remember
yeah.
Taking
while
shots.
drinking. Yeah, but I don't know if you remember, Matt, that I like photoshopped your head into a little emoji for the Discord.
Oh,
So
like
I just
the isn't that the NB emoji? What
the
it's
NB
called?
emoji.
Yeah.
So
get more people determining my gender identity for me.
But so I just have a
Side-gendered by
giant cutout
public.
of your head on my phone. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So I just scrolled past that. My friend was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "I can't even begin to explain why I have a young man's head on my phone."
Yeah, I don't. You don't want to know who this person is. It
Yeah.
will only make your life worse.
Right. So anyway, that was my story. It's not very good.
No, I appreciated it. Whenever
Yeah.
I like learn that like my online friends like somehow I've like bled into their real life. Like it's always I don't know if
Yes.
it's a good feeling, but it's an interesting feeling.
Oh,
that
it was,
I have.
so on my first date with the GF, I was definitely like, because we're chatting, and then like I brought up the podcast, which was I mean, I guess in retrospect it didn't matter, but
Powerful
at the time
move.
I was like, this is stupid and totally
It's a
sucks.
terrible idea.
And so it ended up very much becoming a thing where I just talked about how like Nick Oldershaw was racist to me for being Chinese and like other little podcast bits. So it's just it's so funny because she fucking hates Nick now.
Oh,
Good.
jeez, I wonder
And
why.
she listens to Bad Boy Crimes sometimes and like has a working knowledge of who's who.
Who's who?
So it's funny having she'll like ask, she's like, "Oh, are you recording the podcast today? Who's is Skillshot gonna be on, or are other people gonna be on?" And I'm
Aw.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tune in to
Oh,
find out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Coach,
Well,
my
listen.
friend who doesn't like you recently listened to she listened to the last episode of the Doug Zone, so I might see if I can swindle her into listening to the Boys Round Table.
The Boys Round Table has so far. Oh,
It's been maybe a
It's been-
qualified success.
It's
but
been a
been
ride.
success,
It's been a
maybe.
ride.
Only I've objectified women so far, so I think you're safe.
Yeah.
Coach. And it was an accident.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do is throughout the course of my podcasting career, I want to get this friend specifically to just hate everyone I've collaborated with ever.
No.
no, because my goal is to redeem myself, and then I can be like, great.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I'll never meet you or interact with you, but god damn it,
Coach
One
can't
year
Well,
Coach
class.
redemption arc.
Coach cannot die until he redeems himself. In
I
front
feel
of
like
this
I've
crowd.
been on a redemption arc though.
You have.
You have.
You've
Yeah.
definitely been
been
much
good.
more. Yeah, you've been not cleaner necessarily. I don't know if that's the word I
just
use. but-
I've evened out. Things
Yeah.
things were crazy for a little bit, and then
You were going a little you were getting a little twisted there, buddy.
Yeah, you
we're
were.
in the time
I was
of
kind of becoming
monsters,
the
but
Joker in a real way, but now
Yeah.
I just
The old
Using
coach
a
is lying,
comically
new
bad
coach
gun
tells
in
to be born.
situations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
look.
He was using the Roger Rabbit gun with the living bullets.
um,
And now I'm the one who's going insane. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
give take.
you're
all
kind of on
taking
your
turns.
coach. You're in your coach era.
I'm
Right
in my
now.
coach area, dude. Might have to grow the mullet out.
Sigma
I
I
coach
think
crime
you
set.
should. I think that worked. Except I was highly encouraged to cut it.
I think it
after
does
long
work
enough
for
encouraged.
attention. That's
That
that's
that
the
is
same reason I
true.
grew the mustache out. Really, it was a cry for help. If you think about it.
it didn't look bad.
mean,
the
It
mustache.
didn't
You
look
look good
bad,
with
but
the
I
mustache,
would have
buddy.
I
Really?
would have clocked it as that. But yeah, it didn't look bad.
Literally everyone else in my waking life said I looked like a pedophile. So I
See,
was
look,
like,
this
Because
is
he's
why
better
you need
friends.
Boys Round Table.
True.
Like we're
Yeah.
here to support. We build each other up here at
Yeah.
the Boys Round Table.
Ethan, I don't see you shopping at Subway. You know what I mean? I think you're
That's
you're
true.
a real stand up.
Firehouse subs.
It's like
Yeah,
one of those,
Jersey
uh,
Mike's.
Jersey
like-
Mike's. Dude, Jersey
Yeah,
Mike's.
I'm a Quiznos guy myself.
yeah,
Do
there
they
we
still have those?
go. Yeah.
If you
in,
know
like,
where to
3
look.
location. Yeah, exactly. If you
Almost
have a
certain they
hookup.
have
I don't think we have any in
I might be
Colorado.
going to like some like pretender Quiznos, but I'm almost certain I've been to one in the last year.
Is it a Quiznos that's
Wow.
like just actually like a mafia like money laundering
Yeah, I was
front?
gonna say it's like the like that famous like Italian food place in Atlantic City that just had a single jar of marinara in the front window for 2 years, and no
That's
one ever
awesome.
went inside.
My mom and dad went to a like Russian mob front. I'm trying to remember where it was, but it was like they went into this like it was an Italian restaurant, but everyone in there was Russian with a heavy Russian accent,
That's
which
not
is
a good
already a
sign.
red flag. And there was like 4 things on the menu, and they tried ordering like pasta, and they're like, "Oh, we're out of pasta." You're an Italian restaurant, and they only had one thing available, and then it took them like 40 minutes to get it. And so you're just imagining them like scrambling out of the back, like going to Olive Garden, buying something, and like
Yeah, I was
coming
gonna
back.
say like moving just like bricks of cocaine and guns
Yeah,
out of the way
exactly.
so they can boil some water.
A real steamed ham situation.
Ooh.
About yeah. So
God, I love steamed hams. Both in the sense of I love a steamed ham from Krusty Burger. Not really, but kind of. But also, it's such a good video. It
It
doesn't
is.
get old. I've watched it like a million times.
I've watched it. I've watched like all the remixes, like going through
Oh, yeah.
like it changes an animator every 5 minutes. The one where it's just the confrontation from Les Mis might be my favorite.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
That one's
Please
good. I'll
send
send
that
it
to
to you
us.
guys in a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's really good.
I think there's one where it's like it's steamed hams, but it's like a codec call from Metal Gear Solid.
That's awesome. There was a great confrontation from Les Mis where it was like a YouTube poop, but they just like they remixed the part where Javert says now prisoner 24601, but they just kept adding numbers for like 10 minutes. So it's like 246010101604010, and it's like it went on for like 4 minutes, and that brought me immense joy.
It's like the classic video, the best, where it's
Oh,
Foo
yeah.
Fighters song "The Best of Me," but it just
Yes.
repeats the best.
So good. Or
Putting
in
that
a
on at a
bag.
party is really fun because you can generally go for about a minute before anyone notices what's happening, and they go like, "Hey, what's up with the music?" Like,
My favorite one to put on at a party is there's a guy who did that Vanessa Carlton song, 1,000 Miles.
oh yeah,
But he just took the instrumental and then put the vocals for Back in Black over it. So like as soon as that beat hits and Brian starts singing, it takes all the energy out of the room. It's great.
You guys wonder why you get no respect around here.
Look, sometimes it's fun to just intentionally ruin the vibe at a party.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
for
really
sure.
fun.
And
Yeah,
to be
'cause
clear, I don't wonder why I get no respect. I was just observing that I get no respect.
in
I have
college-
a podcast about Doug Walker. Like I'm not a man who
Yeah, okay.
demands
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
in college I would because like I didn't like love my friends or in some ways even really like them so every time they'd like have parties at their little like condo or whatever it was I would always just like try and get on the phone playing the music and just play some Lil B until everyone like threatened to kick me out or just play like weird meme music, like just awful 2015 stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of
And now
the
none of them talk to
Caramella
me.
Girls dances.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. Now if it were me, I'd be like playing my K-pop beats, and like some of those are like
I would
Some of
kick you
those-
out for that.
I listened to the One Twice song that you said sounded like Carly Rae Jepsen, and
Yeah.
I liked it.
Which one is that?
I
it
don't
was one of the
remember.
ones on Formula of Love. It was either like
Oh, yeah.
it's like there's like two that could have fallen into that, but yeah.
I actually really did enjoy that album.
It's a good
Yeah, no.
album.
I would listen to it on the way up to Alamo Drafthouse to watch a movie alone and then drive back.
There's
Ethan.
nothing better. There's nothing better than going to Alamo Drafthouse, listening to
Yes.
it twice,
Yeah.
all by yourself.
Okay,
I
dude,
did that all
Alamo
the
Draft-
fucking time.
NBs and watching everything everywhere all at once.
Alamo
Yeah.
Drafthouse rocks because it's just like it's a group of people who liked movies so much that they invented fascism again. Like it's so awesome. They're like, you will be kicked out with no refund if you speak during the movie. Like
No, but like honestly, you need the
It-
totalitarian dictatorship of Alamo Drafthouse to like
You
keep
do.
things going.
Oh,
At
yeah.
least the
People get
movie started
fucking
on
rowdy.
time.
yeah.
True.
Can you imagine if the Alamo Drafthouse was run by communist people? I don't have any.
What would that look like?
I don't know.
How would
don't
I
know
do
anything
this?
about communism?
You'd be getting like a half bowl of soup.
Yeah, you got to share your
I'd just be
popcorn.
people arguing the whole movie, like just different like factions within the
Yeah,
audience
exactly.
arguing with
Of
each
like
other.
the most annoying guy you've ever met, which is how most movies are anyway.
I'm interested.
Yeah,
That's
it's
There'd probably be
Marty
more
and I
trans
on our
people
way to
in the
conquer
audience.
the local Alamo Drafthouse.
Mhm. I think Alamo Drafthouse
autonomous
should
sounds
form a
as,
militia and take over
Yeah.
the United States, and because take their movie management skills and apply that to the whole country. I think
They
could
already
really get
have
some
the
things
perfect
done.
slogan. Remember the Alamo.
That's right. That's right. What a
They sure
great
do.
establishment.
The Draft House or the real Alamo?
Draft House.
could say?
personally.
Who's
I
to
mean,
say?
they're both really good. I mean, I just
Yeah.
want to be clear for the listeners at home.
I've never been to the actual Alamo. Is it still up?
Yeah,
It's still there?
I mean, it's still there.
Not
It's
for
up here.
long.
Yeah, not after I'm done with it.
Now,
It's
what
pretty-
happened
it's pretty
at the Alamo?
small.
Was some sort of crime, war crime?
I want to say it was the Mexican American War.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they held up. They were like holed up inside the Alamo to defend something.
Just
that
like
David
every
Crockett?
single like cowboy narrative, it was just like, yeah, they lost, they all got killed, but like it was really cool before they did. Like,
and that makes them heroes.
and that makes them heroes.
And I'm very anti-war for the most part. Maybe not as anti-war as everybody else here, but still pretty anti-war. And like, death is bad. That being said, war things like guns and tanks and planes and military
Civilians should
strategy,
have
all
access to
cool
all
as fuck.
It's
Oh yeah.
it is the hardest part about being like vehemently against the American military is fuck, they make some cool shit.
They do
Oh,
make some
dude,
cool
yeah.
stuff.
Oh
man.
my god, they make cool fucking airplanes and shit, dude.
I watched
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick, and like, I had to remind myself the whole time. I was like, wait, no, I don't think they should get any more money to make things like
This is
this.
bad.
But,
Well, like
oh boy, the
Hideo
whole time I
Kojima's
was,
like
this rocks. Like
all of his games are anti-war. That he's just like jacking himself off about how cool like Top Gun
It is
is.
cool. Yeah.
For like he's been doing that for like weeks. He's like, I've seen it for the 4th time. I love planes.
Here's the
It's-
thing: if they get all that money to make those fun little toys, we should be able to fly them.
that sounds like a great deal.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can keep the budgets how they are, children starving
Yeah.
in the streets, but I get to fly around in a little plane.
And if
Yeah.
you
Think
crash
about
it, you crash it. And if you
crash
crash it
they
into
got
a
11
building,
million or
If I
whatever.
crash it, I'm gonna become the next Maverick John McCain.
That's right.
I like the idea, like you can't lift your arms up over your head, but it's just because you like crashed the plane and like lost feeling. Like you weren't even like tortured by the Vietnamese or anything. It's just
I just got really
Tragic
bummed
accident.
out.
yeah, oh yeah, you're just depressed.
Too sad to lift your arms.
and
Didn't Trump make
cheering,
fun of him
"Woo."
for not being able to lift his arms or
Yeah,
something?
and it
Yeah.
was the coolest thing that Trump did.
Yeah, where he said like I think he literally said like I like my soldiers who don't get caught or something. Like he is
Which
We
is-
idolize
so
losers.
funny.
awesome.
I mean, if you live anywhere near the South, it's true we do idolize losers.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very yeah. I mean, Trump and I are making the same point where I was like making fun of the Alamo. He was making fun of, John McCain. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much to say that one. I think so much about that quote where, like, on Memorial Day, where he was like in Arlington National Cemetery. He's like, I don't get it. Like, no one was making them do this. Why'd they go die? It's like he's so awesome.
What a great bit.
I think he was like saying that to someone whose son was buried in Arlington too. He was just like, "Yeah, I don't get like your son. He was kind of stupid for going out there."
Is he going to run in 2024? you
God,
think?
if he does, I mean, his competition,
Is weak.
yeah, like on the right, he has like only Ron DeSantis, whose whole thing is that he's Trump but less funny. Like he's just
Which
he like Ron DeSantis is like so hollow and like clearly just doing
Isn't it
whatever will
Rick?
get him attention. Is it Rick DeSantis? I could
No,
have
it's
sworn
Ron.
it was Ron.
I just googled it.
Oh, it's Ron. Yeah. I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought. Is Rick someone else?
There's
Or I'm
another
thinking
Rick.
of Rick's. There's another Republican Rick.
Yeah,
Wow, this is the most like
DeSantis is Florida, right?
yeah, DeSantis is in Florida.
Yeah.
this is the most like Republican looking guy I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
But so like if Trump
So he
runs
just
against
looks like a
DeSantis,
white guy.
I mean, he's gonna
Like a
smash
white
him
guy
into
with
the
a
dirt.
wide head.
And
He went to
then-
business school.
I think it's kind of an open secret that the Democrats are gonna not run Biden again. At least from what I've
Is
Why,
he gonna,
read
'cause
and
he's
heard.
dying?
Is he gonna die? Yeah, like
I just think it's that they're like, yeah, we don't want this again.
It
so like,
feels like elder abuse at this.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
Kamala's gonna try to ascend to the throne. And if it's Trump versus Kamala, he's
Oh,
gonna win
boy.
all 50 states. Like,
Oh,
there's
boy.
just, like
Famous
it will look
Freemason
like
Kamala Harris.
yeah. What is she doing with the Gettys?
What is she
everybody?
doing with the Gettys?
But-
Via
That's what
Getty?
means- Via
Not
Getty.
well, actually, I mean, funny
Actually-
you should say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that same Getty family. Like
Matt, go
Getty
off.
images. Oh, I could, but I won't. Instead, I'll just say, listen to Subliminal Jihad. But
It's true.
great show.
Great show. I
hang
said
on.
that to bait you and it did not work. I was hoping
Yeah,
I'd
I
get
was.
you to
I was
spiral.
trying not to take the bait because I was like, I could go off for a long time.
Do
but
it. I mean, I don't care.
The problem is, I
No
only, like,
rules
half
when skill
remember
when
it.
Skillshy's out. I'm like, do whatever the fuck you
When the skill
want.
shy's away, the boys will play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, coach is like the cool substitute teacher.
All
We're
right,
not
class.
gonna
Today
learn
we're
ab-
watching a video.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's a
yeah,
ContraPoints
that-
video, and we're gonna refute all of it.
That'd be so like going through in real time, like a YouTube debunker, like the video pauses. You're like, now this is an interesting claim. Unfortunately, it's
Well,
completely
okay,
wrong.
so- no, like what I would do is like I would let the video play for like 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how long it is. And then when it gets into the part where it pivots from being about a topic to being about ContraPoints, I'll be like, all right, this is what I read on Kiwi Farms, and this is what she's talking about here. These are the events with this other YouTuber that she's all referencing.
Yeah, it is very funny. Every single video, like you get suckered into it. So you're like, oh, let's see what she thinks about this, and then by the end,
Oh,
of it, it's
I
like,
know what
and
she,
here's
I know
why
what
it's
she's
okay.
doing.
oh, yeah, I mean, me too. But like when I was first like watching her stuff, I was like, well, this looks interesting. And then by the end of it, it's just her going like, and here's why it's okay that I like fancy things, even though I call myself a communist. Yeah, cool.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, I never even really watched her videos. I could only get like a minute or two in.
Well, you're missing
And then I
out on
lost
where it
interest
gets
suddenly.
really sloppy when she like is mostly just airing personal drama, but like
Yeah, it's the
doing
same
the
energy.
flimsiest amount of work to make it seem like it's something else.
It's the same
She's
energy
doing,
as like
like,
the
Keemstar?
post-cancellation Lindsay Ellis video, where she was
Yeah.
like, just getting visibly increasingly drunk throughout the video and just more and more bitter.
Have you ever seen Lindsay Ellis's mugshot?
She was arrested.
For
what?
public
No?
drunkenness.
Okay. I
Okay,
don't know
bad
that.
boy of the week is Lindsay Ellis.
I don't know
That's
if
for
they're
boy crime
or
this
not,
week.
but I'm looking it up immediately. Mugshot. Let's see what we got.
I think
Nostalgia chick
headshot
arrested
earlier.
for public intoxication.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Intoxination.
Well, that's a rough mugshot too.
It's
a
This
rough
is posted.
mugshot.
I
That's
found
not
this
one of
under
her best angles.
r/the Spoonie experiment, which is just a brutal.
That's what
It's a
I want
brutal
too.
combination of worlds.
Oh man.
Shout out Tommy Triangle for bringing us this
Yeah,
news
thank you, Tommy Triangle.
5 years ago.
Hey, 5.9K members in the Spoonie
Oh,
experiment.
her middle name's
I know.
Carol. We're
Oh, that's
Wow.
rough.
that sucks.
2017. Age
Doxing
32.
her middle name like that. That's crazy.
Dang. Yeah, man, I really used to think she was cute when I was like 9 in 2009 or whatever. But her behavior is
I mean,
totally off.
look, if you put her next to everyone else from Channel Awesome,
I think
yes,
that's what I
she
think
She
it was
is
like
the
a
cutest,
Stockholm
probably by
syndrome thing.
default.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say surrounded by
that's true.
Doug and Rob Walker, like
By
you
being
know.
the one girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like Doug kind of can get it, right?
Coach, shut
I
the fuck
get it.
up.
do
Shut the
not
fuck up
agree
right
with
now,
that
Coach.
at all.
Take it back.
Doug, absolutely. Oh, yeah, that man has ruined my brain because like any other like cringe content I watch, like I recognize it as cringe, but I like see the nostalgia critic and I'm like, oh yeah, childhood.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
take me back.
I'm numbed to the nostalgia critic for
Yeah.
an entirely different reason. But yeah, it's the exact same for me. Right? I watch any Doug video. Like, frankly, I think even the one where he says the N-word, whenever that one comes up, I think that'll just be
Of
like,
course, that's your favorite.
well, no, I was gonna say, I think Joey and I will just like mention that in passing, and then be like, but other than that, basically a normal Doug video. Like, I don't really have anything to say about this. Like,
While everyone else is screaming at their phones.
yeah,
Doug Walker,
Yeah.
the N word of YouTube.
yeah, Doug Walker is the N-word of the
He,
internet.
honestly, kind of is.
It's true.
The N-word of like bread tube very adjacent people.
He's proto bread tube. Honestly, it doesn't help his case.
What's
that
bread tube?
That's like
Oh,
Lindsay
God.
Ellis.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
ContraPoints. All
Oh,
of
no.
it's they get
Philosophy
their name.
Tube. Don't even get me started on
Philosophy
Philosophy
Tube.
Tube. I won't
They're-
actually say anything on mic about what I think about Philosophy Tube because I
Oh,
will get in
no.
trouble.
Oh, bread tube
no.
or left tube is a loose and informal group of online content. I'm already bored.
I
Yeah, if you want to give yourself brain rot, you get really into that.
yeah,
Yeah.
BreadTube is. I mean, I don't remember.
So they're talking about communist stuff.
H
yeah.
Bomber guy, he's bread
H
tube
bomber guy.
sometimes.
It's like
He-
Dan
like you
Olson
said,
is bread tube, but he's actually good.
it's the most
Okay.
annoying people you've ever met talking
yeah, they're-
about how good they are at communism, even though they produce content for a living.
Yeah.
And they're making like decent money off of like fuck ContraPoints again, like not sexually, but
well,
fuck
maybe.
ContraPoints. Okay, maybe I'm the
We can-
only
we can
one
discuss
here.
that later.
No,
no,
Marty. But fuck her doing like 1 or 2 videos a year claiming to be a socialist or communist or whatever the fuck, and then raking in like 20,000 plus on Patreon every month. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I remember I tweeted something out a while ago where I said that every BreadTube video is like the worst person in your freshman sociology class started writing autofiction.
They're
And
terrible.
that's- Yeah, they're really bad.
Where are
Like
the
sometimes they
fascist
make okay
YouTubers?
videos and the video's fine, but like you don't want to ever look them up like on Twitter or like know what's going on in their life because you'll just
Yeah,
grow a firm hatred for humanity.
I will say I like H Bomber guy's videos. It helps that most of them are just him talking about video games I have no intention of playing.
I think
Yeah,
he's
that's a
I
good
think he's
video
up
right
his own
there.
ass a lot.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's just if you're British and make content, you're gonna come across like John Oliver a lot, and
Yeah.
that can't really be helped.
Why
But you
are the
know,
children smoking cigarettes?
Did he finally did H Bomber guy finally get rid of his hair and go for the beard?
I think so, which
I
isn't a
mean-
bad look for him
I
actually.
mean, he needed to do it, but
Yeah,
I'm looking this guy up.
he's
Oh.
probably one of the most British looking people you'll
Yeah,
ever see.
yeah,
My
he's
gosh.
very Anglo, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh boy.
My favorite thing about episodes I do like this is it's like, okay, so I can never reach out to any YouTuber ever to get them on the Doug Zone. After just like an hour of me going like, ContraPoints is the worst person on earth and it never makes videos.
Here's the thing. I'll say it. I think ContraPoints could come on historica, esoterica.
Oh, she
That's
could
open
totally come on.
invite.
Oh, with a name like that, I mean,
She
Yeah,
would
that has her written
she
all
would get
over it.
real esoterica with it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
say,
and she'd also be really high.
yeah,
Yeah.
she'd be really high. The whole video would just be, I mean, the whole episode would just be her going like, "Here's why I actually don't think the government does conspiracies because I'm a liberal now."
And
while we just
And
need-
here's why me
more
being
mad.
an addict is good.
Yeah, while we nod
actually.
politely and go, "Yes, Queen," like,
yes, of course.
Of course,
You know,
naturally.
which is
Anything
kind
when
of
you put it
similar to
that
how
way,
Bad
yeah.
Boy Crimes works normally. Let me tell you.
I think that'd be a great energy if she were on Bad Boy Crimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
ContraPoints on
Her
Bad
and
Boy
Squid
Crimes?
against you.
Gang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
think it would very quickly turn to me and Contra against Squid.
yeah, that's.
That's how it always goes. Poor squid.
Because I'm always on the winning side.
Yeah.
You opportunist.
I can think of at least one or two episodes of Bad Boy Crime, so that was not the case.
Or the two of them were the ones with Nick Oldershaw.
Exactly.
Although I
And-
think on the second one, I
Yeah, I guess the
Turned it
tide
back
did turn
around.
there. Yeah.
Nick Oldershaw, who I'm still mad at for being mean to me.
was he mean to you?
He was mean to me on one of the episodes he did.
Oh
on
yeah.
Super
Oh right.
Friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
that.
I unsubscribed from the Doom Scroll Patreon.
I need to do that because I haven't listened to it in
I
a
know.
while.
I know
Well,
you need those $5 for bus fare, idiot.
Hey, people who, if you're unsubscribing from the Doom Scroll Patreon for Nick's many crimes against Ethan, the
Right.
Doug Zone Patreon launches next week. So
Oh,
just
wow.
hold on to those dollars, folks. Don't spend them on bus fare. Stay at home and listen to the Doug Zone.
I mean, with
And-
gas prices like this,
And
Yeah,
the first
don't go
person to
anywhere.
subscribe to the Doug Zone Patreon, give me the RSS feed.
Yes, I will.
all right, yeah.
It would be very funny if we had like a single Patreon subscriber, but it's just like Come Town. Like the
Yeah.
premium episodes are immediately all over the internet.
It's like when you like date someone and use their Netflix account, and you're just like you never get off of it. Do you know what I'm
Dating
talking
someone and
No,
using
I-
their Patreon subscriptions.
Robbie is on my Disney Plus account, so
How did?
Oh, that's weird. You dated Robbie. That's cool. What was
Yeah,
that?
how
like?
did that happen?
about? Oh, whoa, Coach likes boys. Haha, Coach
Ooh.
likes
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
Got him. No.
This was back when Robbie and I were like closer friends,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Can I like use it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't fucking care."
Before he became Big City Robbie.
Yeah, before
Yeah.
he became too big to be a coach stan. So
Happens to the best of them. That's
Coach,
next.
you really
Matt's
are
gonna do
like
that.
you're like an outsider musician. You know, like the guy who, yeah, Ethan. You might know the name of the guy who's like his album covers like the weird little frog thing.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I don't
you're like,
remember
"Oh
the
yeah,
guy's name.
Ethan knows something about frogs."
But yeah, no, like
obviously.
he's like an outsider
Yeah.
musician. So he's like one of those people where like in his lifetime, like 3 people heard of him, but all 3 of those people went on to become like huge
Like,
musicians.
famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you are, Coach. I think is like all of your fans will grow to become huge, and in interviews,
I'm a kingmaker. I've
Yeah,
said
exactly.
this before.
in interviews after your death, they'll all be like, "Yeah, it was really Coach is like the genius. None of this would have happened without him."
Was it
That's what I'll be
Daniel
tweeting as
Johnston?
I'm getting like canceled for my takes on poly people.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no, I think that is who. You're, yeah,
Wait, what'd you say?
Daniel Johnston? Is that who
Yes,
you're-
yeah, Daniel
Okay,
Johnston.
alright.
That's the guy.
I even
Yeah.
knew that. I don't-
Yeah,
I-
Dan, he's one of the most famous outsider. That is the thing too, because it's always like there's like this like insane guy who makes incredible art, and then like somebody who's just a little bit hotter hears it and just steals all his ideas and
Yeah.
becomes Kurt Cobain or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well,
Yeah,
I love
Kurt
it.
Real
Cobain really
Martin
did.
Noakes situation.
Martin
Yeah.
Noakes.
Ooh.
The
Yeah,
king.
I would love to be the hotter Martin Noakes. Let me tell you. But
Do you think we could get him on the cast?
Yeah,
I tried to get him on the Doug Zone, but he hasn't tweeted since like 2020.
They
I think
got
he
him.
may have died of COVID.
Do you think
I'm
I
gonna-
could get
I'm gonna
anybody
say
from Twice on Bad Boy Crimes?
yes.
No.
Absolutely. Only Jiho though.
She's doing some weird like modeling thing right now where she's like dressed up as Thor, but like it's not even
Oh.
close to Thor. Yeah, check her Instagram. They all have individual Instagrams now. Just
Hang on, what's
You
her
know.
what's her Instagram? I want to see
Typing
this
furiously to
half
see
Thor.
Gihyo as Thor.
Yeah, breathing.
okay,
heavily
so
into the
it's
microphone as I,
Well, that's
it's
strange.
underscore ZYO.
wow, that's
Which is
okay.
not what you would expect, I guess.
BYO.
But the first thing that she has, you have to like kind of scroll further for it to start saying it's about Thor.
Her. Wait a second. Her. It's underscore Zozo.
Oh yeah, wow, that really does not look like Thor at all.
ZYO. Yeah, I know, but I don't know what it is. But she's doing
just
some.
holding a hammer.
Hello, listeners,
Yeah.
and welcome to Once Chat starring Coach and Ethan.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, I don't know anything about Twice other than the one album I listened to, and that all the girls are cute, and that's really all that matters to me.
Well, not all of them, but
They're all cute to me, Coach.
you know what? Beauty's
I
in the eye of the
respect women.
beholder. So I respect women. I'm just saying.
Just
I
not
don't
the
think
ugly
all of them
ones.
are cute.
I only respect the cute ones. Not gonna lie,
And women are just lucky that Ethan thinks all of them are cute.
it is true.
Otherwise, there'd be big problems.
Yeah, this is not Thor at all. It's just like a hot girl with a big hammer.
She's holding the hammer, but like is
Is it-
dressed up. But it's
Is it
not
a Thor hammer? It's a Thor hammer,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Thor
like
hammer.
holding Mjolnir.
It's
Oh, so
Mjolnir.
it's not even like a cool hammer, like a
Yeah, it's not even
sledgehammer.
like- yeah, I was gonna say, or like one of those like giant hammers from a video game,
Like a
it's
working
like-
class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
like
love
the exact
video
thing you're
game
thinking.
big
Hammer
fucking
comes on it.
hammers.
yeah.
Big wooden club hammer. Yeah.
Oh, oof,
That's
Amy
what you need.
Rose.
It's talking about hot.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Now Rouge the Bat,
Yeah.
right, fellas?
No,
Okay.
No.
Whatever
That's
you
a-
say.
we've reached a point where I cannot even ironically agree with
Yeah.
you. What are you talking
Oh.
about?
Yeah, it's a bat with
Rouge the
boobs.
Bat.
No, I know who Rouge the Bat is. I'm saying, why is she coming up in this conversation of hot women? What's going on?
Oh, because Ethan was talking about a big hammer, like a big
Yeah.
wooden mallet.
I
Amy
guess I
Rose
see
has a
the
big
ASD.
wooden mallet.
Amy
I
Rose
said,
has a
"Whew."
big wooden mallet.
And then from Amy to Rouge, obviously. You're
Okay.
clearly not ADHD enough to keep up, man.
Yeah, come
No,
on.
I'm
Matt.
just the problem is I'm ADHD in a completely different way. So like I'm off thinking about like space or something, and you're
Matt,
like,
I have a question.
I should
for you.
not search Rouge the Bat on Google.
You
That's
should
gonna,
not.
Do
that's
not.
gonna be
Matt-
dark.
Matt and maybe Marty. Hottest Sonic the Hedgehog character go.
Eggman.
Why are you not asking me?
Because we know your answer, Coach.
I was never
We
a
all know
Sonic
it's
kid,
Miles
so
Tails
I have
Prower.
I have no answer.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
actually
not
wasn't into
Miles
Sonic
Tails
either.
Prower.
It's Miles Tails Prower.
As
How
a,
old? What's Blaze the Cat's official age? Ooh, 14. Yikes.
Oh no!
Well, because I'm just looking. I'm like, what are the girl?
You're like, what are the hottest girls? Oh, all the young ones? Okay.
No,
cool.
no. I'm looking at what like the official ages are of all the female Sonic the Hedgehog.
pretty
Coach
characters.
is
sure
looking
almost-
at their ages and crossing them off his list. He's like, oh well, I can't say that one.
There you go,
How old is Rouge the
17.
Bat supposed to be?
Yeah.
I
What
think
is-
she's like
hopefully-
32.
I mean, she's got to be old because she like is.
You got me searching Rouge the
Soliciting-
Bat age.
Yeah, I'm on the Rouge the Bat Sonic wiki.
Rouge the Bat is an 18-year-old anthropomorphic white
She's
bat. Wow.
18.
Oh,
Where
you're
is
safe,
her
Coach?
father?
You're safe.
No, I mean, but she just.
Yeah, Rouge the Bat really is exhibiting fatherless behavior on
Boy,
the TL
if you
right
just-
now.
If you
Honestly, yeah.
dang, if you even Google Rouge the Bat, like nothing else, it's still like very risque on like Google Images.
I
old's
am not going to.
Tychol?
I'm practicing self-care by
Oh,
not.
she's
don't know.
Yeah, don't do
3,000 years old, but she's physically 14. Very cool.
Perfect
Oh,
for you,
no.
Coach.
No. What about Cream the Rabbit's mom, Vanilla the Rabbit?
Vanilla.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Vanilla the
Did you just
say
Rabbit.
rabbit?
Cream the rabbit.
Yeah, that's the
Rabbit.
name
Do
of
not do that to any rabbits, everybody listening.
No,
Do
Cream
not
the
cream
Rabbit's a
rabbits.
real Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cream the
character.
Rabbit's a real 12-year-old rabbit that Coach is attracted to.
No. But
Hey,
Vanilla
rabbit
the
ears,
Rabbit
that's
though.
very
Vanilla the Rabbit. Guys, Vanilla the Rabbit. I mean, come on.
Kind of mommy. Kind of a mommy.
She is.
I'm
kinda
not
long.
opening that link. Whatever that is, I'm not opening
It's
that
just
link.
a wiki.
Coach.
It's just
It's
a
just-
wiki.
Let's see. I love how she's a mom and she's still only 26. I think that's
So wait, when did she have Cream?
Well, how old is Cream? We can do some quick math here.
What she's like Cream the
Silas just
Rabbit
types in Cream the
is
Rabbit, and it's just like age.
she's
the Rabbit, is
6.
Cream the Rabbit legal?
Cream the Rabbit, nude, real.
No, she's 6. Okay.
She's
six?
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah, also in Coach's search history is like, countries where age of consent is 6.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
And
real
BC.
online boy. I'm not Robbie Goodwin. All right.
I keep thinking about getting him on the Doug Zone and going like, I don't want to risk that. I can't.
That's
I can't.
you would no. At least like other podcasts that he's done, they can sort of control him
Yeah, because they know him. Like
because
having
they
him
know
with
him. They're
two
not afraid to be
strangers,
like, Alex, shut the fuck up, dude.
yeah,
So funny.
But no, he would just steamroll it.
yeah.
I
And the
think
worst
you
part
should
is,
do
I
it-
mean, I would enjoy it the whole time, and then the moment the episode went live, I'd like kill myself. Like, oh no, I can't be associated with
you'd
this.
do a Bud Dwyer. You'd hold a press conference.
on the Patreon.
Yeah, many
Exactly.
people are asking about the latest Patreon episode, and I just have to say,
What you need to do is you need to record the episode and then like Song of the South, put it in the Doug Zone vault.
oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then like 10 years from now, I'll be like asking for it to be like put on Blu-ray, like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, my one of my the tweet actually that prompted me making an alt account was just I said bring Song of the South to Disney Plus, but I tweeted it like with like I think I had like little clapping hand emojis, like,
Matt.
and I was like, I
like-
don't want people I went to high school with to see this one.
That's really funny. You're a wild dude.
Yeah, like, all of my alt tweets are like that, where people are like, they're either like they're pretty funny, or it's like a bit that I half thought of when I was falling asleep and just tweeted out without workshopping at all.
Yeah. Every once in a while, back when I had a Twitter that was followed by like people I knew in real life, I would
Yeah.
start to like stray into the median. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
start tweeting it, and then I'd get a couple texts, and it's like got a course correct.
Oh yeah, no. During like early pandemic, when I think people hadn't muted my Twitter yet, from like real life, I was definitely getting some like, "You doing okay, man?"
You
And
doing
I'm
all right?
like, "No."
Of course not.
my friends, I have several friends who tell me regularly, they're like, hey
Congrats,
man,
man.
I loved that tweet,
Yeah,
but
wish
I
knew what
didn't
that was
like it because I can't afford to be associated with it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's
Well, I hate that likes on Twitter are like likes on Twitter are like that. Yeah, way to go. Nice sentence structure. I hate that I can see what other people like, and it's caused me to have to mute some people I follow on Twitter. I'm not going to say
except
who,
for the ones who you
I'm not gonna
should,
name
would like to
names.
note.
but I have had to mute some people for what they like.
Name names.
I'm not going to name names, but I
Nah,
think we
put them
could.
in the chat.
I think we
we
could.
can all guess.
I think we could do the math.
I'm just gonna say, Coach, there is
Was it
one
me?
person in particular who I think you should mute, maybe even unfollow on Twitter.
I'm not going to unfollow Charlie Foxtrot. I got to
Oh,
keep up with
I-
what he's doing.
That's not who we were talking about. So show's on you.
Who,
Go
who,
for
should
conscience.
who should I unfollow?
Yeah, what is it with Coach and minors? They said,
Huh.
Geez.
Very
guys,
interesting.
Rabbit, Charlie
hey, no.
Coach inviting us all in the podcast, and we just call him a gay pedophile for the entire episode. Like,
No, I just think sometimes he's funny, not necessarily
He
because
is funny.
sometimes he's trying to be funny. To give him credit, sometimes he's actually funny. and
Sometimes he's
I'm
trying and successful. Sometimes.
he's not trying, and I'm
And
laughing
he's
at him.
so successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow him anymore because when he followed me and I followed him, he was just like a random guy, so I didn't know it was like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
But then he
he's
asked me
17,
how
but-
old I was publicly, and I'm like, at the time I was like, yeah, I'm 26. He's like, wow, you're old. And I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah, you're like,
And
oh
he's like,
no.
and he's like, I'm 16. I'm like, you can't talk
Ugh.
to me.
Yeah.
What are you
You
doing?
didn't talk to me like this, little boy.
The difference between me and some other people who I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
I don't like any of his tweets. I just screen cap them for
You're
the
prime
purposes of the
directive.
Discord.
Yeah,
I'm,
Coach
I'm
Reagan's
gonna
like
go
a
on the
watch
record
person.
again and say I do not like anything involving Farley
Me too.
that kid,
I-
whatever his name is. I think it's
Chris
really
Farley
fucking weird that all of you
Foxtrot.
guys are obsessed with him and like talking about him. I
That
think
is
it's
my
fucking
stance.
disgusting.
I don't.
And
I'm
I'm
not,
not being
obsessed with-
I'm not being ironic about this.
I
at all. I think
know.
it's fucking weird.
I think
No.
it's strange too.
And
Yeah,
I would
that is-
really
that's
like
been
if you
my
guys
take, too.
stopped being involved in this child's life.
I'm
Online.
not again. I'm not involved.
I
I
don't
don't talk
follow
to him.
I'm looking specifically at you, Ethan.
Why? We all know it's not me. I listen when before this young individual even made it to become a Discord meme. I was sending private DMs to a certain individual telling them it was weird that they were interacting with them publicly on Twitter and saying they shouldn't do it. So I want to say I was
letting the record show. I just
Letting the
am
record
keeping
show.
I keep my eye on anybody who needs their eye kept
He
on.
keeps
You know
his
what
eye
I
I
mean?
on
keep my
little
eye on
boys.
you pedophiles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Coach, do not keep your eye on children.
Yeah, keep
Yes.
your eye away from children, Coach.
Coach just standing by a playground.
Coach
I'm
is
just
watchful
doing my
eye.
No.
He's defending them. He's defending their honor. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that either.
He's waiting for what we don't
He's
know.
waiting for their honor.
Sorry, Coach.
Hang on.
I'm not.
I would like
Yeah,
to know.
I know I didn't invite Nick Oldershaw on this podcast. Imagine the timing if like Matt just like quietly like set
Just turn the
invite,
computer.
I
and
just
then he just pops up and he's like, "You're Chinese," and then leaves. and then I Bud Dwyer out.
I would
Yep.
like to know. You know, I do have a crime to discuss this episode. I know you guys don't do that very much, but
We don't do it at all.
okay. Well, you know,
Well, I have a crime I want to talk about. Well, a couple of things actually.
I've
'Cause I
got
want
a-
to talk about that fucking documentary thing I watched last weekend.
Oh God.
It was so
What did-
fucking.
what's
I
this
was so
documentary Did
mad.
you watch?
Oh, is this the alt-right girl?
Yeah, it's the alt-right girl.
Oh yeah, hang on. Well, before we do that, I have a topical crime, which is to say, I pulled up the Wikipedia list of United States federal judges killed in office. And I'm just going
You have my
to,
interest.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is there's only 6 successful entries on here, and we got to bump those numbers up.
And on the bottom of
But-
the page, it says you can help by expanding
Yeah.
this list.
Yeah, I was going to say this Wikipedia article is too short. You can help by expanding it, everybody.
You remember that scene in the Dark Knight?
In
the
Minecraft.
Joker
No,
in Minecraft.
in real
Dark
life,
Knight?
we're done with that shit. The
No.
feds know what that means I'm mask off. I'm fucking Spencer J. Cox, governor of Utah. I'm coming for you. I have your address.
Ooh, I hate Spencer J. Cox so much. I found out that my uncle served a Mormon mission with him, and I was like, "Oh, you can get me access to this man? Like,
Matt.
interesting. Much to consider."
This is getting.
Come to
This is getting.
Utah.
Marty and I. Oh, Marty, when we go on our
Uh-oh.
bar crawl, who knows how it will end?
Legally, I disavow all of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go on
On
adventure.
the
Morally,
record-
I disavow all of this.
On the record, I disavow, but
Oh, that's
Say,
weird. I didn't know
who's
this
to
was
say?
the coward chat.
Coward Hour.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coward
Call
hour.
me
What,
feature.
what
Coward
if
Hour
I just
one.
remade Coward Hour? It'd be like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
What if
can't
it was just
stop you.
this? Yeah.
I
Nick,
keep
This
Yeah,
could just
Coward
be
Hour.
Coward Hour. What if I start a podcast with Lemaire and call it Coward Hour?
Now that's
too?
cowardly. That's sick.
And then I just bully Lemaire for having bad anime opinions.
Hang on one sec. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh
right.
no!
Now
What,
that
what do we
Matt's
think
gone,
Matt's gonna do?
Something real.
It's something real.
He's going to be the real rain that washes away these streets.
Yeah,
I think so.
Ethan and I think, are not doing anything real.
I am doing something real, but not physically.
Not in a
violent,
political
though.
assassination way. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Are you gonna go to a are we going to protests, fellas?
Oh yeah, yard signs
Ethan's
all
like,
day.
no.
No.
I
There we
got. I don't want to talk about my experience last night, but I got yelled at by a bunch of people, and I got called a fascist.
Really?
Oh good.
Yeah, and
Well,
I'm
here's the
going,
thing. Fascism, besides the right-wing nationalist,
Coach, be careful.
Coach, stop this sentence right here. I know where you're going, and I'm telling you, do not continue it.
Be careful. Treading
That's like
dangerous
a-
waters, buddy.
Do it, Coach. Go.
Right-wing
Do it,
nationalism,
Coach.
aside from the right-wing nationalism, not bad. Like,
I didn't say that.
It depends on I've always said this. It depends on who's doing the fascism. If it's
Exactly.
somebody
And if
dope-
I was doing it, it would be great.
if Coach was doing it, maybe.
I think,
No, no.
unironically, I think I'd be a good dictator.
that's worrying.
yeah, that's
so
not
scary.
good, Coach.
No, I think I'd be good.
I think that's the problem is that everybody thinks they would be the good dictator, and
No,
then
I don't
they're
think
not.
I don't think Skillshy is sitting up at night thinking that
Is this
Skid-
keep you
Skillshy's
up
gonna
at
be a
night?
good
You think about this that often? You stay
No.
up at night thinking about how good of a fascist dictator
Yeah,
you would
see,
be.
Coach,
No,
everybody
I
thinks
didn't-
that they'd be a good dictator, and they're all wrong except for me.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
Let me
I-
explain why I would be one of the good ones.
exactly because I would be very little rules, honestly.
All right, who's your least hated fascist dictator? Matt, go.
I mean, Mussolini. you
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna say
Italian excellence.
Mussolini too. Just
You got to give credit to the first of them, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
got a
Italians
big
got to
head.
stick
What's
together.
the
Also,
what's
he
the
had-
metric we're going off? Is it like fascist dictator as told by like the American media and the government? Because I got some good opinions on that.
What do you mean?
I think Muammar Gaddafi was really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is he
I think
yeah,
Assad's a really cool guy.
yeah. Since Gaddafi, like, I mean, the thing, Gaddafi was not actually a fascist. We just tried to call him that so we
Exactly.
could get away with killing him. But yeah,
Right.
I actually,
Yeah, just like me.
unironically, I'm a Gaddafi stan. I share a birthday with him, which I think I've mentioned before. But
That's cool.
Anyway,
I
rest
share a
in
birthday
power.
with Tupac.
I think Saddam Hussein did a lot of really cool things for a good amount of people in in Iraq, but I don't need to go into too much detail on that.
I think they still, like, currently, like, the average power production in Iraq is lower than it was before the invasion, isn't it? Like,
Oh yeah,
like
it's
households with power?
still like mostly at pre-1980 levels.
Yeah, because Rumsfeld, like, bombed them, like, just, like, wiped them off the face of the earth and was like, yeah, we're not interested in nation building, bye. Like,
Yep.
What a great country America is. Yeah, my favorite
love
fascist
America.
dictator, Joe Biden, everybody.
Oh,
I did that.
Joe.
Yeah,
I did that.
I really went off when I said that, didn't I?
Yes, you
yeah.
really snapped, Queen.
I was
like-
thinking about getting one of those "I did that" stickers with Joe pointing and putting it on my belly that I got over COVID.
Or right pointing at my butthole.
Ooh.
Hey, coach confirmed.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
you
that
better be
after that
fucking
laugh,
kidding.
we all just, like, took, like, a moment or two of silence there. We're just like, what are we
Well, I
doing?
realized when coach is our fascist dictator, this is gonna come back to haunt me.
No, because I'm
Yeah.
chill, man. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, look,
See,
Look,
that's
I'm
what you
getting
said.
rid of the tax code completely. Fuck H&R Block and TurboTax lobbyists. I'm
Okay.
just getting rid of tax code entirely.
You have my interest.
I think that on itself, like, I could win a presidency just saying that, because I'd
Mhm.
lose some votes from all the tax accountants, but I get everybody else's vote.
First thing, tax accountants. Second thing, they thems. This is coach's plan.
No,
Yeah,
no.
first they came for the
you
tax
could-
accountants. I did not speak out because I was not a tax accountant. Then they came for the they them, and I did not speak out because I was not a they them.
No, I wouldn't do anything to the they thems.
First they them came after the tax accountants. Hang on now.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah, my anti-IRS task force will just be made out of non-binary people.
They have the most to lose.
That is true.
and also the most to gain. That's why they'd be the perfect task force.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
thinking
true.
a lot when I stay up at night,
When Coach is
thinking about
making
my
his
new
plans.
world order.
Yeah, thinking about doing something real.
I just want to get an oil rig off somewhere in the ocean,
Some
and
sort
just
of mother
base,
perhaps, yeah.
yeah. I think
Just
I really
a group
should
of
do
your
that.
coolest boys with their best code names.
You're just
Yeah,
like, I
and
just
how
want
they
to.
all hate each other, and
I like the idea of you just, like, keep continually just talking about, like, forming, like, different either, like, nations or culture. Like, I just want to get a big boat and maybe, like, a sea organization that occupies it, and you can work your way up through the tiers.
It would maybe be like in the North Atlantic or something.
Yeah, they'd wear, like, cool little uniforms.
You've lost me. What are you talking
I'm talking about
about?
Scientology, Sea Org, man.
oh,
Sea
they
Org?
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's their
They're
whole
on a
thing.
boat?
Yeah, they
Wait.
famously they had, like, a boat. Which, side note,
There's aquatic naval Scientology, because
yeah, dude,
I could
no,
get
like,
into that.
well, unfortunately,
Yeah,
it
I
was
could get
mostly
into
like
that.
young girls in, like, Navy uniforms on the
Even
boat
better.
with him.
No, I'm just kidding.
But L. Ron Hubbard was going around, and just a little fun thing to Google is just, like, looking up where L. Ron Hubbard's, like, boat was docked, and then, like, correlate that with, like, different CIA operations throughout the world. It'll be a fun little picture painted for you. But
Matt, you're insane. I love
look,
you.
man, we will do a Scientology episode one day,
We
and I'll
absolutely
actually
will.
have research.
Maybe
back me
Skillshy
up.
should have been on this episode.
Maybe Skillshy.
Nah, I
should
think
have.
this episode was
I'm
good.
a little too laissez-faire, and maybe this is.
This is going great. I like this.
Scientology being bad is not a hot take. Like,
no. Well, I didn't.
I was like 10 minutes ago.
Although-
I was advocating for I was jokingly advocating for the murder of federal judges. Like,
I was speaking
We were joking about that.
collectively
oh yeah, for sure.
in Minecraft.
Matt, you say Scientology is bad, but counterpoint,
Tom
Top
Cruise.
Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like what if
See,
it's good?
Scientology and the U.S. Navy, like those are the two things. Like the more I watch Top Gun Maverick, the more I'm like, maybe I was wrong about this. Like,
I think you were.
Maybe I've been wrong about everything.
yeah, I mean, ooh. when we went to see Top Gun Maverick, we saw it like opening night, but we saw it a little too early. So it was just like, the only other people in the theater were like two like old retired guys and their wives. Um, and
I bet they loved it.
I know
They-
how many times do you think those guys turn to their wives and are like, I did that. That was me.
yeah, exactly.
I used to do that.
But yeah, it was just very funny because I remember like one of them was like, "Is the movie starting?" Because like it was opening night, so they had like the thing where like one of the actors goes on screen, it's like, "Thank you for coming to see the movie." So it's like Tom Cruise. He's like, "Hey, thanks for coming to see the movie. We made this for you. Enjoy." And I just hear the guy like loudly go like, "Wait, is this the movie?" And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good showing, man." Like,
I
Nothing
love
better than a
boomers.
theater with you and like two old people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Boomers at movies is a very interesting experience.
I
Well,
did
they're
like
the only
the,
ones who see good movies anymore.
It-
Say what you want about boomers, but it's like I'll see a good movie and it's like I'm the youngest person by like
Yeah,
20
they-
years and I'm like, this is bad.
They still enjoy a pure action movie.
we
Like
saw
that's
that,
what we need more of.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw.
Or a movie where it's just people in rooms talking.
I went
Yeah.
to see. Did you guys watch that A24 movie Lamb? I'm showing my
Is
hand
that
a
the
little
one
bit
with
here.
the goat child?
Yeah, it's
Or
the one where
lamb
it's like,
child?
what
a
if?
lamb child?
Yeah, maybe a lamb, possibly.
That would be funny if it was a goat like the whole time and it was called. I mean, that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Are
Uh,
lambs
it's-
children called kids? Is
No,
that
that's
the-
goats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lambs.
A
are called
lamb is a
lambs.
cheap child. Yeah.
It should have been a goat.
But yeah, so
Should've been
anyway,
the goat.
anyway, the premise of the movie is exactly what it sounds like. A little baby's born, but it has like a lamb's head.
Right.
And it's one of the weaker A24 movies, but there's like a solid like minute and a half scene where it's just like a shot of a lady getting her pussy eaten.
Well, now you
Oh.
have my attention.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
hello.
All right.
And it was so
do you
fun.
get,
The
you, do
only
you
other
see the
people in
pussy
the
or
theater.
no?
No, you just see like her face. I think also a little bit
wow,
of tit.
By
But,
the lamb?
Yeah, that was in Lamb.
No,
and-
is
No,
the
no.
lamb doing it?
Oh
By
no,
the
not the
lamb.
lamb. No, it was her husband,
good.
who's
Oh.
also of age. And it's especially funny because I think without that minute scene, that movie would have been rated PG. Like,
They just threw that in there for all the perverts who love A24.
I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
was
A
like,
lot of
Pretty much.
perverts do like A24.
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem. Well, that's the
Matt.
problem with any good movies. It's like you have people like me who are like, I'm just here to see a good movie, and you also have
Right.
people who are like, let's see them get naked. It's like, no, I
When
don't
I-
want that.
When I saw The Green Knight, did you see The Green Knight, by the
The
way?
Green Knight
Was that a horny movie?
A little. There's
There was
some points.
one
People
Well,
were
I
really
liked it.
horny for that movie.
The Green
Yeah.
Knight was a
True,
good
yeah.
movie. I liked it.
Well,
a
I
lot.
mean, I'd liked it too. And the guy in the movie, the lead actor, he's a very handsome man. But
Dev
like
Patel, I think. Hang on,
Dev
let me look it
Patel,
up.
He was yesterday, right?
he was yesterday. No,
Yeah,
he
he
wasn't.
was- No, he was not yesterday. What are you talking about? He was
he
was
in,
Hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah.
And
Andy
Hotel
was in
Room-
oh, and
Skins.
Slumdog Millionaire? Really?
Yeah, he was in Slumdog.
Huh.
Wasn't he the guy
Um,
from Skins? Anwar?
I didn't watch Skins.
I'm looking right now through his filmography, so I will hope.
anyway, there
Yeah,
was-
please continue.
There was just a bunch of like greasy hipsters in the, Alamo Draft House with me, which is fine. They can do what they got to do. But during that scene where he like, he sleeps with the dude's wife, and then like or not even really sleeps with her, just kind of
She just jerks him off.
yeah, and then he's just got like a rag of nondescript white liquid that he's just like wringing out, and all these like sweaty
You
hipsters
don't
were
ring
just,
that
like,
out.
They were just like licking their lips over.
Ugh,
It's
yeah,
gross.
disgusting.
it was really no good.
Someone should
It
really do
was-
something about the sweaty, greasy hipsters.
Well,
Yeah. Ooh.
I
Ooh,
have
they're
my
next.
thoughts on bringing guns into movie theaters. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets one gun,
One gun
one
under your rule.
with one flintlock.
Yeah,
The
let's
one
talk about this,
revolver.
coach. I think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
No. Let's hear him out.
Okay, well, why?
yeah.
What
let's-
what are the police going to have? You going to have police?
Well, no, they're
he-
going to have the same thing.
They
Everybody's
get
gonna have-
batons. They don't
he's
get
gonna have
guns.
secret police.
So everyone's going to
No.
have the exact same quality of weapon,
yeah,
except me.
Okay.
I'm going to have a lot of them.
Yeah, except for
sure.
Marty.
Except for you, I'm giving you.
Marty, you'll
Permission.
be the first enforcer of Kosh's dark regime.
Yeah,
Okay,
So I think that's a
maybe
good
I
idea.
could be on board with this now.
because the idea is that it's fair. Everybody has the same thing. You get like
Yeah.
a couple shots. It's wildly inaccurate guns, and if you want to do anything else, you get a sword, and you go in for a melee kill, and that's honorable.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I
I
can
would-
respect that.
Can you imagine me wielding a claymore twice the size of my body?
You just have
Yeah,
the
you'd
Buster
look
Sword from
like-
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was just gonna say, like,
Yeah.
Cloud Stripe looking ass motherfucker.
Except like you'd pull it off your back and immediately would fall to the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
be
no.
able to walk. Like I'd just be up in the air because the sword's on my back, suspended in the ground. I'm like, please, someone help me.
Yeah.
Crucified
d-
on the Buster
I
Sword.
definitely would have two little like wrist mounted crossbows, and I would be like pew, pew, popping people,
Like a Van Helsing type of thing.
kind of like a Van Helsing
I
type
would-
of thing. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
have magic.
Yeah, like Van Helsing, I would also be hunting down the powerful, blood-drinking people in the world. And
Absolutely.
doing something about them, let me tell you.
I do have a chart that that proves actually that most federal judges are vampires. So
much
Matt,
to
I'll have to share
consider,
that with
but-
you. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
have to share
man.
that with
Ooh,
you.
Well,
I
we'll,
would-
we'll
well,
consi-
Maybe I'd let one of them bite me so I can also have.
You wanna be a Dark Lord,
a
don't
dark
you?
van. I want to be a Dark Lord so bad.
You're messing
But
with
like a
powerful
chill
forces,
one.
coach.
Yeah,
Uh,
Coach, be
well-
careful. Historic Esoterica has already warned about messing with dark forces to
Hey.
gain power.
There is on Etsy. You can make a pact with Lucifer. If I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying it is
Really?
on Etsy. Yes.
That was that.
What is that? What is that?
You have the link.
You can do that, or you can have someone you don't like get divorced.
Isn't
There's a
there? Wasn't
spell
there
for
also
that.
like a love potion on this one?
There was a love potion. There's a sex potion.
Oh
that,
no,
like-
there is. Why is it? Okay. Sale ends in 3 hours. Pact with
Coach, hurry,
Lucifer.
go.
Spell with Lucifer. Pact with a demon. In parentheses, change your life in all caps. It's 10% off. Do you want to guess what the current price is now?
$29.99.
No, it's like a grand, right?
It's
Oh my
it is
God.
over a grand. It is $1,215, and it is a digital download.
See, this is
You
why
get
only
one
the elite-
JPEG included for buying this.
So this is NFTs, right? This
Yeah.
person is doing an NFT.
This is why only the elites are the satanic, are the ones making satanic pacts. Because we don't have that sort of money. I can't throw out $1,000 on a deal with the devil.
What
I
the
just need
fuck
to
is
pray.
There's 5-star, 400 or 114 5-star reviews.
That's not a good sign.
No.
It's all from like people where it's like, Jay Epstein. It's like, wow, this was great. B. Clinton would do again.
Oh my God, you can
T.
get a pact
Hanks.
with a different demon that's like the
Rich
It's-
demon.
Cossack Candrea.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's a
Oh
lady
yeah, I know
one.
that one.
We all
You
know
can do a
Cossack
love
Candrea.
agreement with her. That's only $207.
Wow.
Oh.
And they say that you can't buy love. But clearly, they've never gone onto this Etsy page and spent $217.
Yeah. To have a Lithuanian woman. Send
Why
you a
would
receipt.
anybody buy this?
Hell.
Coach, it's just the answer is just desperation.
Mm-hmm.
When did we start believing in magic?
When did we
Coach,
stop?
Yeah.
We have always believed in magic.
Yeah.
No,
Magic
there's
is
a good
real.
there is a good point in time in the 90s.
You
and,
were
like,
psyoped into believing that magic isn't real.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Coach, you might not have believed in magic, but let me tell you, the president sure did. So what else was he doing on that temple? Like,
Your problem is you're thinking of like Disneyfied D&D magic. It's not about casting fireballs. It's not about.
It's about
pushing
sucking and
buttons.
fucking.
It's about sucking and ducking.
Yeah, well, I don't
doing
like
ritual magic to bring in a new age of darkness, a la Jack
right.
the Ripper.
Mhm.
I don't like
know.
the idea of sex magic.
Yeah, well, that's
That's most magic.
I
Yeah,
know,
that
and
is-
I don't like it.
Yeah, well,
Fundamentally, I'm against horny
You-
bullshit like
good.
that.
You should be, but yeah, that's
Absolutely.
sorry. That's just
Yeah,
how
it's for
most
fucking
magic
sex
works.
pests.
Yeah, I was gonna
Exactly.
say, like
Seth
the
Simons is a
prototypical
dark
guy.
magician.
Yeah, the prototypical guy who's into magic has not changed.
Wait, dark
Ever.
magician like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh,
'Cause
hang
that's
on.
a
on.
cool. That's a cool magician.
Here goes Coach
Suddenly
bringing up
Coach is,
kids
like,
again.
Doing sex no.
How is that? How is that kids? Dark
It is a
magician
kid's
is an
game.
adult, and it's a game for adults. It's a real it's a thinking man's card game.
Yeah,
Were
that's
you
why
the
I was
kid who
really good
had-
at it when I was 13.
No, but it's really
Yeah.
complicated now, man.
Were you the kid who had the Yu-Gi-Oh like arm thing?
The
with
dual disc?
The dual. He knew
The
exactly
dual
what it was
deck, I
called.
believe.
No, it's a dual disc. There's a few different versions. I had 2 of them.
And you brought that to
Oh.
school with you.
No, I didn't have friends to play with.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh
Catch
is
it,
really
right.
similar to like, I mean, any like card game like that. It's very similar to Dungeons and Dragons, which is to say, it's a game that you need friends to play, but also, unfortunately, if you want to play it, it's very hard to find friends willing to do it.
Well, you can
Um,
like go to so like I like a lot of different card games, and like back in college, like my friend got me into Magic the Gathering, and then he was like, which was cool. Like we had each other to like just play games like
yeah,
the
my twin
Magic with.
brother and I do that with Magic.
And it's fun if you keep the decks like not too busted. Like if they're pretty
Right.
even power level, it can be pretty fun.
Absolutely.
That's where your approach is different. We just try to figure out like the worst decks imaginable and then play them against each
Well,
other.
that's not fun because, or like worst
Oh,
is
it's
in
very
bad
fun.
performing, or worst is in busted.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
The only time it's not fun is when someone gets one that's bad performing and someone gets one that's just absolutely broken, because then it's over in like a single round and you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
so
there's
glad
no
that I
fun in
spent
that.
5 minutes doing this.
Yeah. But like we went to a tournament once, and like, not that I'm a cool guy. I'm not an uncool guy, but I'm not like a super cool guy. And I was like the coolest guy at this Magic the Gathering
I
tournament.
100% believe that.
Yeah, no,
that's
it's.
a
I was
difficult thing
like,
to believe.
oh god, like these people play Jesus Christ, and then it's just like, or like if I'm at Target, I'm like looking at the trading cards, and I see the other people who are looking at the trading cards that aren't there just to like scalp Pokemon cards and flip them on eBay or whatever.
Yeah, doing cool guy shit.
Yeah, on that Sigma male grind set. buying.
Grind set.
Oh, I remember before they put in the limitations, there was this like one like 40-year-old like Asian mom who bought like 20 individual packs of Pokemon cards. It was just going through the self checkout line just one at a time, like throwing them in. I'm like, those aren't for you. Probably not for your kid.
Yeah.
What are we doing? That's crazy.
That is insane. Did you
That's
ever
too
go to
much.
like comic book card game like nerd game stores?
Yeah, I hated them.
I love I hate them too.
I'm on your
I have
side.
like really
I like
nerdy
those.
interests that I like see those people, and I see a reflection of myself that I don't like, and I'm like, fuck this place.
I don't
See,
know.
the people are. That's where you're wrong. It's because you go in and you're the hottest, coolest guy.
Yeah.
in my experience,
Actually,
and it's like
like,
everybody loves you, so it's
the,
kind of
uh,
a sick experience.
The game shop
Yeah, but I
right
don't wanna
outside of
hang out
my
with the
college,
riffraff.
like there's one like 15 minutes away from my college. And I don't know what it was, but it was only staffed by like the hottest and coolest people on the planet. I don't know what was going on with that game shop, but
And where is this? What's the address?
well, yeah, I'll read it out loud along with my
Okay,
apartment
cool.
number.
Yeah, I feel like cooler and cooler people are getting into things like D&D and like tabletop RPGs, which is cool.
Which
Yeah.
is fine, but also we should be more into gatekeeping. I think
Yeah, I was gonna
gatekeeping
say,
is
let me have something.
Yeah.
Like,
You have something.
You have two
Insanely
podcasts.
threatening federal judges.
yeah, I was gonna say,
And-
I would love it if cool hot people got into that.
I think they kind of are after the most recent political developments in our country.
Yeah, it's
Not a lot of
definitely-
people are
Yeah,
happy.
the jewel ban. Side note, Marty, what do you think of that? Did you hear about this? They're banning
the jewel ban
e-cigarettes?
thing?
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't care.
My
Smoke
take
cigarettes
is-
like an adult. I
yeah,
don't know.
I was gonna say, come and take it. I do
Yeah.
love that. A bunch of people were like editing over like the Second Amendment things, but just putting jewel pods in there instead.
That's great.
And that gave me a good chuckle. I had a friend in high school who thought that vaping was literally just flavored water. Like he didn't realize there was nicotine in it. And someone
that's
offered him a vape,
rough.
and he just did one hit and was like, what the fuck is in that? Like he almost fell over. He was like, that was not water.
That's awesome.
I think about him a lot. I wonder how he's doing.
Hopefully good.
I'm sure he's great.
Sounds like a man.
Hopefully, he
after
doesn't
my own
have
heart.
metal in his lungs. That's a
Is that-
reference to a YouTube commercial I would see a million times.
Oh yeah, like
it'd
the
be an anti-vaping thing, and the guy's like, "There's like this metal dragon beast running around." He's like, "That's in your lungs." I'm like, that would be
That's
cool.
too
if
big.
it
That
to
was.
do
sounds
in my
awesome.
lungs. No way.
Like-
That's way too
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, I want some like metal
That's
monster
it.
thing inside me like that. That's fucking sick.
yeah.
I hate vaping, but not because of any health reason. I just think it looks really stupid. Like cigarettes look cool at least. Like if you're gonna do something
Exactly.
bad for you,
Yeah.
make
Like,
it look cool.
That's what
And I don't smoke or nothing, but
that was like the key to anti-smoking campaigns is like actually cigarettes aren't cool, so like don't
Yeah.
do them. But come on,
Yeah,
on,
unfortunately,
look at-
they were wrong.
Unfortunately,
Uh,
they're cool as fuck.
they're so fucking cool.
cool.
They make you an infinitely cooler person.
As my friend Tyler of Anamorphing Time once said, as a nurse, I cannot encourage you to smoke, but unfortunately, it makes you way cooler and hotter if you do. Which,
Dang,
yeah.
maybe I need to start smoking.
Yeah, Ethan, I think you should do that, man.
Yeah,
might be
I
the
think that's
final
what you need
key.
right now is a nicotine addiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I don't know. They definitely don't look as cool as a standard cigarette because you just don't get that aesthetic appeal. But you can like do it inside, which is nice.
True.
So
Yeah, that's pretty true.
that
It's
was
just- What is it? Just like flavored water and nicotine? Right?
It's not water. It's absolutely
Oh,
not
it-
water.
yeah
I mean, it's like
Flavored liquid.
yeah
something vaporized, right? Some
yeah
sort of
something that
liquid.
gets vaporized, the flavoring, and then nicotine.
Okay. So
but-
horrible chemicals.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I was secondhand inhaling so much of the early batches of vape stuff
Oh,
in
yeah.
college.
Because I was in high school when those like first hit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that tracks.
yeah, I was gonna say, I know I'm the baby of this call right now, but yeah, so like the worst was like you'd step into a bathroom and like a group of guys would be standing in a circle and they would all
Oh, I do not like stepping into a bathroom
Yeah.
with a group of guys standing
Oh,
in a
me
circle.
too.
That never ends.
It never
well.
ends well, but they would all like at once shove their hands into their backpacks and then just watch you walk by. It's like the
Who are
whole
those guys?
bathroom
The
smells
Beatles?
like cotton candy. I know what you're doing. It's okay. You can keep going. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
right.
narc on you.
Right.
Like, but oh well.
I'm so glad I'm not in college anymore. I really did not like college.
College was fine.
I
High
miss-
school.
It was
I
better
miss
than high
learning.
school.
Yeah.
I like the learning part. I just don't like being there talking to the people. That was like the worst part.
The worst part of college was the socialization that everyone pays like $30,000 to do.
Yeah. That's why I dropped out, baby.
There we go.
Smart.
Yeah.
Also, it's like my college experience was me going to class and they would just show us lynda.com videos. And it's like, well, I could have just
Yeah, it
got
does
a
kind of
Lynda.
suck.
just-
And
do
this
that
is
at
not
home.
like a community college. This is like an esteemed college. It's like, what are we doing, boys?
College
Ugh.
educations are a rip. Like unless you need
Absolutely.
a college education, like
If you're gonna be a doctor,
for a specific thing, like with accounting, like you need an accounting degree.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like even if I don't use my accounting degree at all, but like I need to at least have it.
if you're planning to do any sort of like media or like some sort of skill relating to the, like computer stuff like that, you probably don't need a college degree.
No, you don't at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
and
just
so
need
many
the know-how.
so many people I know from college got degrees in like just sending emails to people basically, and
Yeah.
like that's all they do in real life. And I'm like, what
You
the
don't
fuck
need a
is any of
degree for
this?
that.
Or you could, get a real job and learn a trade and then
I
Yeah.
agree. I
get
mean, you should
paid to
probably
go
do
through
that.
an apprenticeship program and then you get like $40 an hour for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's
Especially
what
in
we
these
should do.
times. I mean, it's rough.
I agree. Nothing wrong with some good old fashioned blue collar work. That's what
That's
I always
right.
say.
Join a union.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah. I should make a
The
union. at my
European
job.
Union.
No, not that
No.
one.
No?
No European unions.
Don't
Oh,
join
okay.
that.
Do they have accountants unions?
Probably.
I mean, maybe.
If
They probably
game
did
devs
before
if
the
game
Reagan
devs have a
administration, like-
fucking union, I think accountants should have a union.
I think you
Yeah,
could
but-
start it.
That's a sector of work that I don't care or respect for.
Oh, I
So-
mean, sure, fair enough.
Understandable.
Where he's like, I fucking hate you, coach.
Well, and I don't hate you, coach, but I
You
hate
hate
what
everything
do.
I
Everything you
stand
stand
for. And just be the person's okay, but everything else.
I'm just imagining the dramatic moment when it's Coach and Marty facing off, two friends torn apart by their beliefs, the Dark Lord and his favorite enforcer,
Yeah, as you
fighting
say.
on a volcano.
Everyone
perhaps.
else is dead.
Yeah,
Everyone
everyone
else is
Marty has
dead.
already overthrown me as the head of Coach's intelligence agency and
Coach
taken
is
my place.
Gestapo. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you're a
No, not
reformist.
that one.
Yeah, not the
I'm a
Gestapo.
reformist.
That's what it's called. It's called the Match Stapo.
Yeah, I can't wait
Oh.
to become the
Oh.
Beria to Coach's Stalin. Which,
Well, if coach is going to be Stalin, then I'm not going to overthrow him.
yeah, I was gonna say because I don't want to make you Khrushchev, Marty. I wouldn't slander any of my close friends
Yeah.
with that label.
I could be
But-
Stalin.
No, you can't.
Nah, I'm sorry, no one
No.
can fill his shoes.
Coach, I don't think you could.
His fairly
I
small
thought he was
shoes.
bad.
See, well, that's where you're
Well,
wrong.
that-
Let
This
let
is
Marty and
where
I
we're getting
settle
interesting now.
into,
Hour 15 into this, we're
People were
finally
tell-
learning some truths.
Okay, so let me walk you through this. Someone like a week or so ago in person was trying to tell me that Stalin was actually good, and I only have a glancing understanding
good,
of World War
actually?
II. Actually good, actually.
Actually
And
was.
I only have a very surface level understanding of World War II and almost no knowledge about Russia. So I was like, I don't think that's true. And then
Rasputin.
on Rasputin.
It's so
And
true.
then
King.
thank you for bringing that up.
Yep.
And then on a Discord call in the Doug Zone, I was asking people about that, and Comrade was like, "No, you're good. He was actually bad." So I don't know what to believe. Now you're telling me he's good?
Who's to say, really? I mean,
tell
it's
me
all
what
a
to
matter
believe
of
and
opinion.
I'll believe it.
I mean, I'm
I
a
just wanna
big
know.
I'm a big believer in propaganda of the deed, and the biggest deed that he did was the Red Army liberated almost all of the extermination camps
Yeah,
and
I
work
was gonna
camps.
say.
So he's good.
Didn't he kill like a bunch of people though?
Not personally.
Yeah, a lot. Also,
well,
a lot
all
of
right,
those-
Marty.
Okay, but hang on. Now,
It seems you like a Dark
hang on.
Lord.
now
here.
in
That's
in
some Dark
Stalin's
Lord
defense,
behavior.
a lot of those death numbers, like it's something like they call it the Holodomor or Holodomor, which was just,
Holodomor.
it was a famine, but
It was a famine not caused by him at all. Like,
in which the Soviet Union like emptied its own grain reserves to attempt to feed the people of like the people affected by the famine.
But
But
didn't he
it's
do a
counted as like
genocide?
Soviet. No, that's what the
that's what
genocide
he's
that they
talking
talk
about. The Holodomor was not a genocide. It was a famine that was caused
Yeah.
by natural causes, and he did kind of
Yeah,
Stalin kind of
ate all
bankrupt the Soviet
grain
Union
and
for a
killed them
while
all.
to try to feed those people.
And several people who were good, who were a little buddy with old Nazi propagandists, teamed up with the United States largely to do things like the Little Black Book of Communism and write
Mhm.
about how Stalin, personally prevented it from raining on the Ukraine for years.
Yep.
Buddy,
Also,
buddy,
like
buddy
the
with
little black
Nazis.
book is like 30 million people have died because of communism, but what they don't tell you is that like about half of that were Nazis or
Yeah.
other fascists.
Yeah, they just like if you died prematurely under a communist government, they called it a death caused by communism, even though like half of that was.
It's
Operation
exactly like
Barbarossa.
how COVID deaths work.
Yes, exactly like how COVID deaths work. You're right. That's a really funny guy, a guy who's a COVID truther and also like Stalin was good.
I still don't
They're
know.
this, I mean, I might just be the same guy.
Look, I mean,
might
I
be
will
that
admit,
guy.
Stalin. For me personally, I like to say that he did nothing wrong. He did a couple things wrong. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
We've
not
all
an
done
political
some
stand.
things wrong.
I
I
get the
am-
feeling that if you're a world leader, you're probably evil. That's
Yeah.
sort of my rule of thumb.
But I will say,
I'd be the first good one.
Lenin, on the other hand, did literally nothing wrong ever. in
Great
his
guy.
career. Great guy. My
Great guy.
personal friend, John Lennon.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
no.
A real
I
tragedy that the
think I
Soviet
can think of a couple
Union
things.
overthrown by Mark David Chapman killing Vladimir Lenin.
The Chapman Revolution.
You know, I think the only good politician is my close personal friend, Prime Minister of Canada, Skill Shy.
Ah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, multiple
absolutely.
homeowner Skillshy.
Yeah, hang on now.
Well,
Now, Skillshy, let me tell you, when Marty and I take the reins of Coach's dark regime, we'll be coming for those houses.
Yeah, don't worry, the
Are you
Canucks are
guys-
next.
Are you guys gonna keep Coach in like a glass coffin, like preserved?
Absolutely
No,
not.
we-
am
No,
I gonna
I-
die? Are you kidding? No, my
No,
brain
no,
is
instead what we're
dying.
gonna do is we're gonna keep him in like a glass box, like every serial killer in like the movies. He's like he'll be in there. So whenever we need advice, we can go in there and play mind games with
Commune.
Coach for a few hours.
Could we like
Oh,
skip, because this will be in the future, because we're already in the future. It'll
Right.
be even further in the future. Can we scan my brain into a computer and then just have me like in the
Absolutely not.
computer?
Hang
No,
on,
there's
I'm
no
gonna bring
computers in the
character real
future.
quick.
No
Hey,
computers in my
we're doing a
future.
Butlerian jihad. Computers cannot think. But also, unironically, I think that like if you want to upload your consciousness into a computer, you're satanic. Like that is bone
I
chillingly
think
evil.
I
to
think
me.
I would be good.
No, my time in this mortal coil shall end when I die, and
Well,
I
no,
will
because it
not
wouldn't be
continue
your
beyond that.
time. I would just be creating another one of me, and then I would be still
No,
me. And then there'd be-
transhumanists are not welcome in this call.
No,
Uh,
and
heard
then
it here
the
first, folks.
AI
Matt
coach
does
will
not
be in
like
the
trans
computer.
people.
and
Wait,
it'll be two
hang on
different
now,
people.
Ethan. No,
you heard
that's
it
not-
here first,
That's
folks.
not what I
Matt
said.
hates
I
trans
think I
people.
think Matt did say that.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
what I
no,
heard.
no.
Skillshy's out, and Matt's like, "Here's my opinion on trans."
No.
Add
hang
that
on.
to the
in
pad.
parentheses.
Coach, I'm so sorry. I
people.
understand how this felt. But...
Add that to the Bad Boy Crimes quote thing where it says transhumans are not good people.
Not
Who
quite.
said this?
I think you could do a whole episode or a whole Quizlet of just this episode.
Yeah, you really
Who
could.
said it?
There's been some wild ones on this boys round table.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Ethan, remember, I don't know if it wasn't the last time you were on, but it was the time we were talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. Well, I was at Barnes & Noble again. There's some more trains. Dude, there was one train, Hero, spelled like Hiro, like
Oh,
certain- and-
okay.
Ooh,
and
was
let
he
me
like a
tell
bullet
you, his
train, or-
face was a little different than
Oh no.
the other
Oh yeah,
train
how was it different?
faces.
How was it different? Were the
I
eyes
would
at all
say
any
you could just-
different?
I don't know, but I looked at it and I was like,
His name was Hero?
really?
Look him up.
We're really doing that?
We're doing this, huh?
Really, that's not great. It's not as bad as I was afraid it would.
No,
be.
it's not that bad, but it's enough that you're like,
It's enough that you can notice it.
Seeing it
especially
out of
seeing it
context-
next to all the other trains, you're like the toys. I was like, oh, they made a choice.
I think they did it as like subtly as they possibly could have.
Yeah, but they
Because
still
here's the
they
thing.
still did it.
Oh, they still did.
They still absolutely did it.
Yeah. What was the train that we thought? Not we. That jokingly someone thought was hot. I won't say who.
Nice slip there.
Oh shit, I forget her name. Oh,
Yeah.
Rebecca. Yeah,
Rebecca. And what was Rebecca's age?
I don't know. I don't know if they have.
I mean, if she's a train, probably.
She's a
old.
train, and she's got to be old as
Outdated.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's probably from the 1800s.
Nah, this looks kind of modern, actually. Be careful. Tread lightly, everybody.
She's like a monorail.
Yeah, look at this maglev train.
Why
But,
wasn't Hero a bullet train? Seems like
She's
a
got
messed up
18
movie.
wheels. Are we? Is that?
All right, Coach.
Is that a thing?
There's wheels
She's
on
the-
the track. Play ball, as they say.
She's the number 22 engine.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of numbers that are adding up in a positive way.
A lot of
here.
numerology. Top speed 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I would like that. Like a train
Oh,
called
here we go.
Mason. He's number 33.
Year built. Year
Um,
built sometime between 1945 and 1951. Thank you to
Okay.
the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom.
Thomas the Tank Engine fandom wiki saved our asses once again.
Engine.
How great is the Bad Boy Crimes signature coach section where I just read wiki articles
I love it.
and whoever else is on the call is like, eh.
Yep.
Yeah, so true. Okay, one final note before we
Final note.
before
Yeah,
we
we
bring the
gotta-
boys roundtable into a close. We've been
Yeah.
going for like an hour and a half, spinning our wheels,
spinning our wheels and
Much
not
like a
talking
train.
about the elephant in
Yeah,
the room.
much
at
like a
all.
train. Yeah, no, hey, I've made my suggestion. I would just
I
like
mean,
to know
Matt's gonna do something real.
Wait, what's the elephant in the room?
how real might my actions get? Who knows? But
I think I missed the elephant.
I think you know what the elephant
recent
is.
the recent thing that happened.
Oh, yeah, okay.
which
Yeah,
we've
I
only
got it.
kind of
The
danced
tool
around.
ban,
Yeah,
the
gotcha,
recent law.
Well,
that everybody's.
let's in closing give all of our thoughts.
No,
I think
instead
it's
I was
really
going to-
cool that the Supreme Court is doing shall issue instead of may issue for concealed carry firearms now. I like that. I think that's
It is
really
very
good.
funny that they, in the same week that they like repealed Roe v. Wade and made it so that the cops don't have to read you your Miranda rights, they also expanded gun rights. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like,
PvP enabled.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly. I was like, what conclusion could they possibly expect me to draw from this other
Oh,
than the one I've drawn?
and
Like,
then
Oh,
also the
mass recession's
DHS
coming.
and the DHS
What's-
releasing a report yesterday was like, hey, with this Roe v. Wade thing, expect a huge uptick in extremist violence. And
Yeah.
they were talking about liberals. They
yeah,
were talking about like the left getting
Just
really
so
violent
funny.
about this. It's like, oh, that's cool.
yeah, nice, good. I'm just gonna say, look up the differences in reactions from the Capitol Hill Police to January 6th and the announcement of Roe v. Wade. But anyway, to conclude the boys' roundtable, I would just like to say, I think we've been going about Coach's dark regime all wrong. We've got to model it after King Arthur.
I think
and-
I am a modern day King
okay.
Arthur, though.
Yeah,
I'm very
In
I-
many ways, I'm always saying this.
yeah, and
I'm sort
personally,
of a Lancelot, which means I'm going to steal your wife. Sorry.
yeah, sorry.
to say it.
but,
Oh, I don't
It's a big
steal.
deal.
Don't steal my GF, man.
All right,
um,
that won't. That won't.
I love her.
Yeah, let me think. I think I might be Sir Gawain. In many ways, I'm like the Green Knight.
You are,
Let's
yeah.
just say I can
Flawed.
spend an hour talking about nothing, but make it kind of enjoyable. And in that way, I'm like the Green Knight.
It's called the Doug Zone.
Yeah. Got him.
Speaking of the Doug Zone, should we enter the plug zone?
Sure, yeah. We'll
the,
enter
the
the
plug zone on the Bad Boy Crimes Boy official annual boys round table.
Ooh,
is this
annual. I like
annual
that.
occurrence?
Annual, yeah, we're
Ooh, I
gonna
do like that.
Yeah, so
hopefully
like
there'll be something to talk about next year, or maybe we have a round table whenever.
I
I'm
imagine
calling
we'll
in
have
from
a lot.
prison after doing something real. Every 5 minutes the call cuts out. Anyway, who wants to go first? We'll go in a circle.
I don't have anything to plug because this is my show,
That's a good
Okay.
point.
and so you're already listening to it theoretically. Check out whatever Kid Squid is up to. Is it what's the Squid handle on Twitter
It's
these
still
days?
Kid Squid Beats.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
I
it not the last Squid, or is that
That's
just the
the alt.
I
name?
think that's
That's the
name.
old Skillshare account. I've heard Matt and his
Wait, does he have
mysterious
3
friend
Twitter
Roswell
accounts?
have a podcast. Matt,
That's true. Yeah, I and mysterious Roswell, famously reclusive. He doesn't like to
Famously
come out for
straight,
interviews.
Roswell.
Yeah, famously straight as well. We have a new podcast out. It's one where I actually like do research for stuff. So if you ever listen to me like half remembering things I heard on Coward Hour 3 years ago, and you're like, hey, I'd like to hear him talk about that for an hour, but like with
A
actual
half
notes.
remembered Benadryl vision.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so it's called Historica Esoterica. You can follow us at Hist Esoteric on Twitter and at Historica Esoterica on Instagram. We have 2 episodes currently out, one on a history of grimoires and spells, and one on like I said, we got esoteric, and also one on a history of the OSS. We're laying the groundwork for our future visions. You can also follow the Doug Zone, but if you have made it this far into this episode, you've listened to the Doug Zone before. Follow us at Doug Zone Cast. Our Patreon will be dropping later this week. So I have a lot of things to plug this week.
Matt, you got plugs.
Many irons in the fire. That's what they always say about me. I am constantly working. How about you, Marty? What have you got for us?
Let's let Ethan go first.
It's a show and tell.
Yeah.
What are we, 5?
I watch Red Sun 1971 starring Toshiro Mifune and Charles Bronson.
Literally the
pretty
second
good.
this call is over, I'm going to.
It's so good.
It looks
That's
awesome.
what I have to plug.